how to make friends as a woman in your 30s. This also goes for your 20s as well. A topic that can be a little bit stressful for some of us. I couldn't even say it. That's how stressed I am. As we get older, it becomes significantly more challenging to form new connections with people. And that stems from so many reasons. I'm going to take a moment to talk about myself here. I know that I've had friendship traumas in the past, and I feel like that's been a heavy contributor to why I probably don't have as many female friendships in my adulthood as I would like. So first things first, you need to be yourself. To force it and to just basically become someone that you're not just to fit in. Really embrace your quirks and your personality traits, and trust me when I say you will attract the right people who appreciate and respect you for who you are. Trust me, I've had a long-going friendship of over 10 years. We actually should have made it to, let's see, I've known her all my life. We were just talking about this the other day. I've known her all my life. We were, in the same circle at my church, and we became friends when I was 19. I'm now 31. You do the math. I bring that up to say that she and I have developed, we've gone through the storms, as do many girls in their friendships, but we found a way to always reconnect and come back together as a unit. In your adulthood, it really becomes challenging to, foster the friendships or foster new relationships because you're already feeling like you may have a lot on your plate. For example, you may be deep diving into that career that you have worked so hard to get, or you may be in a relationship and you know how that goes. You have a boyfriend or you have a girlfriend and you dedicate quite a good chunk of your time to nurturing that friend, that relationship, but you also have to remember your friendships as well, right? Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Social awkwardness. We all experience it at some point in our lives, so do not think you're alone and do not beat yourself up about it if you find that you feel uncomfortable in social situations. One way to sort of navigate social awkwardness or to combat it is to practice active listening. When you are talking to someone, focus on what they're saying and respond thoughtfully. So this will not only make the other person feel heard and valued, but it will also help to make you feel more confident and engaged in the conversation. Get involved in activities that interest you. Now, I find this idea to be very helpful because not all of us are, keen or super excited to go to that party. Story time. I used to go out a lot in my early 20s with my friend group. And over time, and this got closer to like my mid to late 20s, I started to kind of grow out of that. And definitely when the pandemic hit, I really just became antisocial all over again. I just found it was a combination of two things. I found the partying scene to be not my vibe anymore. It was, great at that time in my life because I was single, I was going out with my friends, enjoying life, living it up, everything that you could think of in your early 20s. But as I got a little bit older, it grew tiring. I met my boyfriend and I was just like, yeah, this scene ain't it. We're not doing this for the rest of life. And it's funny because fast forward to now, and I really became like back into my introvertedness. And so it was kind of hard to get reacclimated to being around crowds in a social way in these last 3 years. And also, I have been wanting to sort of rebuild my social life in a new way. And by that, I mean finding hobbies and or still going out on the evenings, but just like living life in a different way. Comment down below your thoughts. Are you also struggling with making new friends in your 20s and in your 30s? And what are some steps that you're taking to actively change that, if you're seeking change anyway? So a great way to make friendships in your 30s would be join a book club, like explore your interests. Maybe you go to the gym at a certain time of day, at a certain day of the week, and you start noticing, oh, this person goes here at this time of day or whatever. Maybe you bond that way. You can take a cooking class or volunteer for a cause that you're super passionate about. Maybe you make friendships online like me. If you're really, not keen on that talking face to face kind of, aspect of making new friends, then try online. I honestly have cultivated quite a few friendships online simply by being myself, posting my likes and the things that I'm interested in, and in return, I'm gaining female friends through that way. You're going to start to see that when you engage in activities that bring you joy, you're going to meet people with similar interests. And it will be easier to form a connection with them because now you have something in common that you can talk about or that you can hang out doing. Whether that be going to a fragrance making class or a candle making class, or as I mentioned, joining a book club, going to a cooking class. Communication is key. You want to be open and honest with your new friends, and don't be afraid to express your feelings, especially when you're starting out in a new friendship, because you want to make sure that you're being yourself authentically. You want to build a solid foundation and not on like lies. Also, you want to get rid of past, patterns that you may have had. If you find that something is bothering you, talk it out and work through it together. Just like meeting someone new in your dating life, and you want to make sure you plan to have this person in your life for a long time, then you want to ask the traditional questions and make sure that they're in your life for the right reasons, and same for you. But you also want to make sure that this is going to be like a friendship that can last you years and not be something that's draining or taxing on you. For me, I know I don't really value surface level friendships. I want friendships that I can rely on when times get hard. A healthy friendship is a two-way street. So you have to make sure that you're putting in the effort to be a good friend as well. Making friends should be an enjoyable experience for you. It shouldn't be something that feels scary, daunting, or taxing. Remember to laugh, be yourself, be authentic, and embrace the joy and the feeling that comes from feeling joyful when forming new connections with others. If you love this video and you want to see more, then definitely click the video on screen, and I will see you guys over there.